Now, if you're really liking all the information you're getting in my videos, then you're going to love my new book, The Poultry Scrolls. The Poultry Scrolls is the only book you'll ever need to raise a healthy flock of chickens. Y'all go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. What about now? We good now? Okay, good. Now, listen, I didn't have my 48-volt booster on, so I run my mic through a soundboard to go into the computer, and if I don't boost it, I have to cut the channels way up. And then you guys wouldn't like that because I would peak. So we don't want to be in a radio that'll vibrate a lot. Good, good, good. Hey, Randy. Binky Tank, good to see you. So y'all hear me good now? I got some good stuff playing. I ain't going to stay long because I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching the fight probably. So, um, anyway, before we get started, I know most of y'all see I ain't running a green screen. I have time at all. And I decided beforehand to pull everything from every gallery. I know, Jules, you already know me and you have been talking, but every gallery I'm partnered with, I decided to pull everything. Prints, no, so closets are already full. So we decided to, I got to put them up on the magnetic studs so we don't run the wall putting so much up, but I'm just going to stack them here. Don't feel like getting robbed anymore. So we're just going to run them through my own personal website and see if we can store them up. So that's what you're seeing in the background. This is normally why I run a green screen because this is my workshop. I'm usually working in here. And I have so many commissions. And, I'm not the greatest painter in the world, but when I don't run a green screen, I've had so many times where analytics will show somebody stole a painting, copied it out of the background, and they're using it for something that I don't want them to use it for. And sometimes I'll have a commission and somebody will be trying to sell shirts or postcards off my painting that I hadn't even got paid for yet. So I usually try to run a green screen. We can take care of all of it. We have a attorney, of course, but it takes a couple of weeks to get them to take it down. I don't mind people sharing my videos, but I don't like people making money on it when I'm not making money on it just yet either. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on, painting scattered everywhere. Just have to deal with it until I get it all sorted out. I would have used a green screen, but I don't got time. So anyway, before we get started, you guys pay attention in chat and you'll see a lot of those people with one of these golden bantams right here, right beside their name. Love those folks. Be extra kind to them. Those are members. And the golden bantam means they've been with us for a solid year nonstop. We love you guys. We appreciate it. And believe it or not, everything you do counts. So we definitely appreciate it. So I'm hanging out and talk to some people tonight. Not like I did last night. I got some pretty fun stuff. So most of you guys know that I do run Blender, a 3D program, and I do work with some AI. And I don't run it constantly. I do like to make thumbnails with it. And I like to make diagrams because when I have a video where I'm talking, just like I am now, talking a lot, I know you guys don't want to look at this snout here the whole time. So I figured I would add some colorful pictures from AI. It is stuff I still done, you know, but it's a lot more attractive and it keeps people more interested than just looking at my furry face talking the whole time. But a good pastime is they've been implementing a lot of AI, and me and Hendrix love to come in here and mess with AI. So we're going to show you a little skit me and Hendrix does on the weekend called 5 Times AI Almost Got It Right. It's some really funny stuff. And I'll explain it to you, but it's something me and him like to come in here and do. And it's right now it's just image, so it's no video. Everything's already preloaded, so we don't have to wait for it to generate anything. But we'll show you guys, like, or I'll at least read off what we asked for it to do, and then we'll show you what it actually did. This is one of the skits. Bobby was like, you probably shouldn't do that. It's going to be distasteful. It's all right. I told you guys I identify as a hillbilly, and a lot of this stuff is hillbilly related. Because I'm doing some skits, I'm editing videos for another channel that does some horror movies. And anyway, I'll just show you some of the stuff that we like come in here and search for. But I think AI's kind of stuck on hillbilly because that was the last thing I worked on with Blender, and it just seems to everything we ask for, it seems to add a really funny touch to it. But I'll let some people load up in here. Again, I'm not going to stay long. We'll try to stay close to an hour so you guys can go check out Netflix Fight Out if that's what you're going to watch, if that's what you're into. I'm just glad you guys are coming to hang out with me for a little while. Again, all them 1 year people, thank you very much. We love you guys. Y'all got a bunch of stuff coming, by the way. Y'all already know. You've seen it from the last one. Farm freshies, soap, everything. New seed packets. They're just coming a little longer because they're going to be bigger boxes. It ain't going to be a proto pack this time, probably. All right, so let me shut up and come back and see who's Misha Lee. Hey, Misha. How you doing? All right. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and load up one of these screens right here. So Bill Mora has 2 different ways that you can mess with AI. And it's pretty complicated. But this is just for entertainment purposes. But I'll try to explain it to you a little bit. So they've separated their AI into images, right? So they have AI image, and then they have AI text to video. So it'll actually create a whole video for you, write everything out. It's really crazy. But they're not good yet. I mean, it does some amazing stuff, but if you take a closer look, you can see the images are a lot more fun, and they're way off on the video editing. So some of the stuff that we come in here and ask for it to do was like the first thing we ask, and we always try to come up with some crazy topic. But first we started out light because this is the first time we ever mess with AI. And everything you ask it to do, it'll save it. And you can come back to it for months at a time. Jerry, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. So the first thing we put in for Filmora, and again, I'm just going to show you the pictures and what we ask it to do. Because if we go inside Filmora, it's going to take forever. And AI eats up all my RAM. The whole live stream will shut down. So this is the best way to do it. The first thing we said was, now you have 500 words you can put in here. And the more descriptive you are, the better off you are. The least descriptive, the more it's just going to come up with its own stuff for you. So we ask AI image to give us an image of American farmers eating, American farmer couple eating supper. That's what it says. That's exactly what we typed in. And I'll show you what it come up with, and then we'll look at it really close and see. We'll change the format. I don't like that. How about that? That's better. All right, so here we are. Now, I'm going to show you guys what it asked for when I said an American farming couple eating supper. Sorry, I'm trying to get my windows set up here. All right, here we are. Now, this is untouched by me. This is not Blender. This is just a straight search in Filmora AI. Now, notice we had American farmer put in there because you have to be descriptive. It does have some little drop downs for you. So we did American first. And this, If you can tell, both of these farmers are heavily overweight, and I mean, that's not supper, y'all. That's straight up candy. Like we're talking about a diabetic shock after about a few more bites. And if this is what they're eating, what's for dessert? I'm not really sure what's going on with old dude's face though. Like it looks like he's got a set of lips over his set of lips. And I'm not sure, you'll understand in a minute why it's so funny, because when you ask for a search, it'll give you 4 or 5 different results across the board before you have to search again. So we didn't like the first picture. Well, we did. We thought it was actually pretty funny. So we went to the next picture, and it's another, of course, search result under that term. And it's the picture right beside of it in that column. Here we are again. Now, you can kind of look over here and see we got somebody like Tom. It kind of looks like Venom, but I'm not sure what's going on again. But we had to leave that in there. This is again just the same search. Picture number 2, I think it is. So we laughed. Me and Hendrix, we was like laughing pretty hard. So the next thing we did was we have to change the search terms up. So maybe take out some of this stuff and stop getting heavy set people. So the next thing we put was a farmer and his wife just eating supper, right? But we left it on the American term. We had to keep that. So this is what it come up with. And me and Hendrix both was like, okay, this is pretty cool. At least it done a little bit better. But the more you look at it, I'm not sure if these people have a milk mustache or their teeth was accidentally put on the top side of their lips, because sometimes AI does that too. But if they do have a milk mustache, there's no milk on the table. But a lot of times when we do this, when we play with it, it'll put people's teeth on the outside of their face. So that's either their teeth or maybe a milk mustache. And then it tried to invent a candle, but it put the fire on the inside of dude's drink. I think. I mean, it's there. It's definitely on top of the liquid. But then at the bottom of the glass, it looks like it turned back into a candle again. I'm not sure what he's eating with. That might be a feather or something. And from a distance or from afar, you're like, hey, it done a pretty good job. But no, most people with a keen eye is going to pull up on those teeth lips or lip teeth, or really, it's weird. But yeah, that's as big as I can blow it up, y'all. I know some of y'all's on phones and tablets. I don't have many pictures. I just think some of this stuff's really funny. And if you have anything that has AI to it, or at least blended in with it, go play with it, because it's a lot of entertainment. I mean, it nails some stuff, but wow, it really gets a lot, and it's getting ready to get a lot worse. So maybe some of y'all might see or Bobby says it's tasteless or whatever. Anyway, we got a couple more pictures of the farmers. We'll look at those first. So this is in the same category going across. We're just clicking different pictures, but I ain't never seen a light bulb come that close down to the food. I mean, maybe they're going to use that as a secondary warmer or something. And the fork, I'm not sure what happened to the rest of that fork or what's going on with Lady's fingers here. I don't know. And those over here blend in together. And this eye's looking straight and this one's looking right at you. I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I've seen some of those lights, but not that close. I'm just trying to get a tan with it or something. Pretty neat how they work it out. So you can see up here, we just put a poor farmer's wife smiling. That's all we asked for. I don't know why they had to give Lady like a middle tooth. And then, I don't know, y'all, but this is funny. That's all we asked for. Just hit enter, and this is what it gives us. I didn't put hillbilly this anything like that. I just put poor farmer's wife smiling. I'm not sure if that's dirt or a hickey, or I'm not sure, y'all, but I was not pleased with that one at all. And again, these are not real people. It's just AI generated stuff. I think we have 2 or 3 more of these farmers' wives trying to get it right. I don't know what to say about this one. They're different colors too, y'all. And their chickens look like weightlifters. Look at this, man. And it does it for me sometimes like that too. I don't know what that's got to do. I mean, I asked for a poor farmer's wife, not a dirt farmer. So this one, um, I think is the same thing. I'm pretty sure that's we just rolled through. I don't even know why she's running. I don't know why it did that. So it was like, okay, we're gonna have to stop and try something else. So our next search term was a smoking hot farmer's wife walking on the trail. That's what we put. Smoking hot farmer's wife walking on the trail. And it gave us this. Now, I'm probably gonna have to clip this out because there's actual smoking going on, but that ain't what we meant. That's pretty much the same person. And we didn't put poor farmer, we didn't put nothing. We just put smoking hot, and it's kind of stuck on the poor farmer thing again. But anyway, I'm not sure why there's a pipe on the side of the arm and in the anyway, yeah, let's just roll on to the next one, y'all. So Hendrix got to pick a couple of searches, and one of his was he wanted to see a shark hanging out, under the water at the beach, just watching people walk by. And it was like hungry shark watching people walk on the beach. And y'all, we started getting crazy because we didn't shut the program down. We just kept putting in new searches. It got really weird on us with the shark thing. Because the shark don't look like it's watching nobody. So here's what it gave for us on their search engine. It's got a shark scared to death, running. He's not watching people. He's running from a zombie dude back here. What's going on with dude's face? I don't understand that. And I'm not sure what that appendage is coming out of his belly, holding him up. It tried to disguise it as water, but there's still a solid object back there. You ever see a scared shark? I mean, old zombie dude looks pretty hungry, but he just popped up out of the sand. And the shark don't look scared at all. I mean, angry. He looks scared, but he's not hiding out in the water watching people walk by. It's pretty weird. So there's another picture and that it put in the column, and it's still the sharks running from people. It ain't watching people. There's still zombie faces. We didn't even put any of that in. I don't know why it's thinking that. And then we still got this really hard appendage here, suspending the shark. It's really crazy. And he's floating like a Peter Pan or something. Anyway, ever seen anything like this? Weird. So the next thing we went in and put was we wanted to see farmers racing their tractors. That's all we put. We didn't put hillbillies, no certain type of tractor. That's all. Sorry, I'm ranting. Let me go see if anybody's came in. Yeah, ain't it? It's way funny. Especially there's a lot of things I could have said about some of that, but yeah, the teeth. I don't understand this shark, but good thing we didn't really need nothing like that. So the next thing we put in was just farmers. We didn't put dirt farmers, poor farmers, American farmers, just farmers racing their tractors. And it gave us individual farmers at first. And we got to looking at the tractor, y'all. And I don't understand what in the Sam Hill is going on with the two steering wheels, because the one he's using ain't connected to nothing. And he's got one good arm over here working on that steering wheel that ain't connected to nothing. I don't know what happened to the other arm. Looks like it kind of got crispied off or something. Nobody's actually driving the tractor, and the steering wheel looks like I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe they intended for it to look wrecked, and if you notice in the background, I'm not going to mention no dude favoring the possum, but if you look at the background, there's like movement. This tractor's rolling on pretty good, but the tires ain't turning. And don't even ask me what the brand of this tractor is, y'all. I have no idea. If y'all want to try to read that, we'll surely get you up here and let you get on mic and attempt that. It just generates it. It's just a computer brain. It don't pick up inspiration from anywhere. That's the great thing about AI. We can post these pictures. It'll never be copyrighted or anything like that because it was just created fresh from AI. So that's a good thing about it. It's not really going to draw from other. It's pretty cool. So let's roll on to the next tractor, y'all, because they get more interesting. I can promise you I won't I won't be able to drive this tractor at all. All right. Now, again, only gave us one decent color photo, and now we're back to the poor farmer again. This is all one of the same search result. We didn't click enter again. It just gave us 4 or 5 tractor pictures, and we picked the funniest ones. I don't know how anybody's going to use that handle coming off the exhaust to climb up there on that tractor. I know, I know I'm not going to use it. I'm not sure why there's looking like some kind of carrier seat back there for a kid. And it looks like it shaped the fender into the tire. I'm not sure, but here's the one thing we seen maybe nobody else would see. It did pick up the gas lever on the steering wheel, like on a tractor has the throttle on the lever just under the steering wheel. It decided to put a human thumb for that lever instead of that's a backwards thumb, and old dude just ain't got no more fingers, so that's pretty weird. That's why I put that there. Funny. And old dude ain't had a bath in a while. I mean, it looks like somebody. I don't know. His fingers has been reattached or something, and maybe he's got 6 fingers on that side. Let's look at the next picture, y'all, because I think it's another tractor. Now, maybe y'all see, I don't know, or maybe I'm weird, but now y'all see why we just sit and laugh at some of the stuff it comes up with. Oh, dude, he's going fast. You can tell by his hair. What little he's got, he's rolling on. But why is there a side seat or a sidecar on that tractor? And again, the steering wheel, what? How's old dude driving that way? Y'all see that? And there's 2 or 3 seats in the back. I don't know what all that swirly guard looking stuff is. I bet that's where it tried to make another steering wheel. The exhaust either makes a good C bend right here or it's just doubled up. That kind of looks like my grandpa. I bet. But really, what kind of brand is that, y'all? Can y'all read that one? I don't know what that is. I like his patch on his overalls. But that is one messed up tractor, man. I was curious what's on the other side. Let's see if there's another one. Let's go. Listen, this is the one I told Jules was the pull apart tractor. Notice how old dude's sitting in the front, and he's got a engine here and a little stack. And I guess it tried to make a steering wheel for each hand. So obviously he's going this way. But then his seat is attached to another seat going forward. Over here's another steering wheel, another front. So this thing's built butt end to butt end. I don't even know how it is drivable. I got no idea. I don't even know what his hat says, but I like his little spiffy gold buttons. I can't figure out what's going on with that hand. It had to be another steering wheel. But there you go. I think I got one more, and then we ask it for a chicken tractor. I'm almost done, y'all. Sorry, this just amuses me. Now, this one wasn't so bad. It's really good resolution, but I don't know still what's going on. It really likes to mess up on the steering wheels, and I don't know what's going on with old dude's arm. Again, it don't like to finish what it starts. But other than that, they just really ain't a whole lot. But when you're running these things through, me and Hemi, we keep it on. There's different styles that'll give you in the photos. We keep it on CGI or portrait, but you can pick watercolor. I think I'll pick a different style here in a minute, but we just keep it on one different style and just type in different things. So the next one we did, change it to watercolor painting and ask it to give us a chicken tractor on the farm. And we thought it would be a chicken, like our chicken tractor. You know, you grab it and pull it. It's got a couple wheels with chickens on the side of it. A movable chicken coop. Y'all know what it is. But that ain't what he gave us. I don't know what's the deal with the old. I mean, it's got 2 wings, obviously, but it decided to give it some hands too. Maybe that's a reverse folded wing and there's a hand on the end of it. What's going on, fam? Sorry, I'm just over here running my mouth. I caught you coming in, though. I didn't ignore you. Good to see y'all. Hope y'all doing good, Glenn and April. Yeah, I don't know why it decided to. Maybe that's come with the style, but it kind of separated the cone there, and I was kind of confused on the hands. And I don't know. We couldn't figure out what kind of flower it decided to make over. It might be tulips or something, but that was not so bad. So then again, Hendrix got to pick, and he wanted to pick some cowboys riding bike, cowboys pedaling bikes on a trail. Yeah, cowboys pedaling bikes on a back road. That's what it is. It's even right there on the title. This is what it gave us. There's your cowboy or pedaling a bike on the back road. I'm not sure, but ain't nobody pedaling those bikes. I'd really like to see that old cow creature without gloves, though. That's pretty funny. So that's the cowboys pedaling bicycles on the back road. It gave us some. It looks like the cows leading a biker club. I'm not sure, but it's a lot of fun messing with this stuff, y'all. And then we ask it. The last one, well, I don't have any more. I promise. Is Hendrix said, "Give me a picture of a chicken that's won the lottery." And where did my screen go? So I can flip it. And they gave us this. And it looks good, y'all. But I ain't never seen no chicken with Highland cow fur instead of feathers. And it's just on the arm. It finally transitioned into feathers over here on the. And I can't. I don't know what's going on with that. What's the crawl coming out of the mouth? It's like the waddle is coming out of the roof of the mouth, and they used it for the tongue instead of putting it where the waddle's supposed to go. And the cone sideways. It's not the way it's supposed to be. But the Highland cow fur kind of, yeah. Well, that's his waddle. That's what's supposed to be on the bottom of his lip. So his bottom beak and like his mouth is open, and he's all happy. But they used the AI stuck the waddle inside of his mouth for the tongue. And it actually has done like 4 or 5 chickens that way for me and Hendrix. It's been pretty funny. Any chicken that's happy or excited with his mouth open, the waddle will come off and go straight in the mouth. I don't know why, but it's a lot of fun. We can't wait to start messing with videos and stuff like that. It's just, you got to be really, really, you only get 500 words, and you got to be as descriptive as you can. And some of those words have to be 4K resolution, and, there's some stuff that you have to put in there, but you get a lot of words in between that you could choose. But it'll really make you roll off the chair sometimes at some of the stuff. I have a lot more, but Bobby's right. Some of them I can't show you. I mean, not that it's bad. It's just, some of them involve a little bit of violence or, stuff like that. There was a couple of pictures where the shark had blood on it, but was terrified and running from zombies. I couldn't understand that one either, but we decided not to share a bunch of them, but those are funny. And that's, what we've been doing for a while. We just discovered that when I started working for other channels, doing some AI stuff for them on the side, but that's a lot of fun. Lots of fun. I'll go ahead, Brandon, and show you one of, he's got an entry. I'll show you because I still have them on mine. So when you go on his live streams, you got this. Y'all bring your mama in. And I will show you all, but there's like, I don't know, 6 more. But that's what we was doing, was trying to make him some really rough looking entrance and some thank you for super chats and stuff like that. There's some different ones. Like, let me see. I think ours is a chicken. I'll find ours. That's ours, but his is leaning a little bit more toward horror and stuff. So he uses all the hillbillies. I got them all on here, but I'm not going to play them all. That's one of them. That's his entry for it. So anyway, let me go over and check back in on chat. Sorry, y'all. I just been running my mouth. It's funny. Hardly ever. Let me get really close and get you here. That. Hardly ever, Randy. But I might have said it. Yeah. She is right for that. A little distasteful. My bad. But Fillmore, there's a lot of good stuff that AI's doing. Fillmore is just kind of back. It's behind on a lot of stuff. But there is a channel that we like to watch where one dude asks, it's a really more advanced AI than what we got, to write a song, and he'll just pick a crazy topic like a haunted truck or whatever, and it'll write the song, do the lyrics and everything, and it's really good, really really good. And he plays the drums to it or whatever. It writes some really funny songs. But anyway, that's just something we do. Me and Hendrix sometimes when I'm editing or something, he'll come in and go, "Hey, you want to play with AI? See what we can get it to do." Yeah, Bobby's right sometimes. And she ain't here, so she can't hear me anyway. 30 minutes in, and pictures did take a while to go through. So yeah, next time I run, I'll try to get a green screen going, but we just been busy moving stuff. I've been busy trying to get the. Anyway, I don't know how long it'll be before all those is up there. I'm probably gonna have to get another storage building to store some of it. There's a few that's not finished, but there's no clear on some of them. So anyhow, what's going on? Oh man, I missed Jake. Man, I didn't see you come in. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. We're getting ready to start on baby goats again, or trying to make some. Cherokee's always on the 16th, I think. So we missed this one. No, we didn't. She's supposed to be this weekend. If not, we got a breeder in December, and I may skip it if we do that because I ain't gonna be trying to, milk in the freezing cold weather. We like to milk in warm. But good to see you, brother. Thank you for coming in. It is fun. Hendrix said I should make a little mini series every time I go live, do 5 or 6 of them, because it's going to take a long time for them to get it fixed. Some of the videos they do is a lot of fun too, but we have to come up with more quirky searches because some of the stuff I used to help, make videos and stuff for other people. I do editing, YouTube videos, build websites on Wix and other platforms, or I can code them in text document, and I have to use, and AI helps a whole lot. You don't have to go search. Of course, you never do anyway. I'm always having to create my own stuff for everybody else too, and then run copyright that way straight back, so you don't have to worry about any interference. But with AI, you can still use it. Copyright is going to start being really tricky. Y'all probably notice on YouTube, it's already starting to ask if you're adding AI, and is it making AI show somebody do something that they really didn't do? Be careful checking those boxes because they're going to start using it like they do cuss words. You don't get no strikes. It's just gone. They're not going to play with copyright. Y'all need to start reading them agreement terms if you don't, because a lot of stuff changes. And AI is like, you can't, like the old dude that has the AI to make him some funny songs. He can't monetize those videos because he didn't write the song himself. So YouTube's already wrapped up to where even though you get AI to make you something that you typed in and told it to make, you can't copyright it because you yourself didn't make it. So you got to be really, really careful with monetizing stuff you didn't make, but AI did, because again, they're not going to be playing with that a whole lot. There's so much you can come up with though with those things, especially when you start getting into food. It makes really good desserts and stuff. Like, it does a really good job, but if you start putting stuff together that don't really, like mustard and ice cream or something, just some silly something that don't go together, it starts getting a little wonky. And then somehow or another, until you shut the program down, once you get it locked in on a theme, like a hillbilly or poor farmer, and like I said, I identify as hillbilly, so that's not, no derogatory term for me, but obviously the AI thinks it is, because you can't say hillbilly, poor farmer, nothing like that, because it's going to give you straight wrong turn stuff. Y'all could see a lot of those had like a beard and stuff. It didn't play around. And it gets pretty wonky with the comments. Here's one. Check it out. I like my taters hot. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, it's like, y'all bring your mama in. Notice that's not dirt. That's 4 o'clock shadow. So it's a lot of fun. It's something probably for a live stream. I wouldn't do it on the video, but I'd like to be able to come up here and explain to y'all what the crap we was searching up when you see some of the stuff it gives us. The teeth and eyes are great. They'll be a different color or offset or whatever. So I got it back over in comments. Yeah, but see, what I was going to mention was when I put Americans in there, it had every American a fat diabetic eating candy. When we took America out of it, it put them making them look like Tom Hardy, Farmer and his American wife or whatever, and you got Chubb's wife, and the dude started slimming down. And not only was they eating dessert and all swole up, it gave them a not so smart look in their face, all cross-eyed, and dude's tongue was hanging out. I don't know if he was drooling over what she was eating, but we took America out, and Hendrix was like, "Hey, wait a minute, that's not right." I was like, "What?" He said, "We took America out, and now they're all skinny again." I said, I think I'd rather be the big one if they're gonna put my teeth on outside of my lip. Again, that might have been. He said it might have been I didn't think about a milk mustache, but yeah. And some of it you can't unsee, even though it won't give you nothing bad. Hey, I don't play with no bad stuff like that. You can get some horror, but there's no vulgar, no cuss words. If you put something like angry child throws a temper tantrum, can't do that. Can't, just because it has the word child in it. So they're pretty smart with what they're doing, but they're still limited. It's fun to mix the styles up too, though. When you go from CGI to like watercolor, they have a comic book, pencil drawing, all kind of different styles. And every time you change the style, you can leave that exact same search engine in there, and it'll still give you whole different results. It won't take the pictures it already gave you and add the style to it. It'll just give you different results, and it's freaking hilarious, man. That's doing it all by itself. It's not taking it from nowhere else, and it's a little brain trying to think, and it's funny. Kind of reminds me of my brother. If you don't spell it out right, he goes, oh, like it's not bad, but I'm just saying you can't give like two directions. You have to write it out because he'll stop along the way and do 15 other things, Oh, and he'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know. Yes, I didn't know you want me to do that too. I thought you said no. It's wrote on paper, dude. You have to read. It's just like that, But anyway, so we've been rolling, y'all. What? Well, almost on 40 minutes. I didn't see no comments. Who's watching the fight tonight? Believe it or not, I promised my wife I was going to watch it with her, which is why I didn't go live at 8. And Boone said she wanted me to go at 7. And I guess they made Boone work late because they always do. A normal day for Boone's like 12 hours. Overtime's like 14, 16. Ask Jules, he's in here working her life away. Anyway, I know she'll watch it. Love you, Boone. But we did. We went a lot earlier this time. I don't really care about it, but, I ain't going to give you my opinion on it. But Bobby wants to watch it. I told her I'll watch it with her. Me and Bobby used to go to Hooters and everywhere we could to catch the UFCs because back in the day, a lot of y'all know I used to do professional wrestling, and I had my own martial arts school over in White Plains. I taught in the community building over in White Plains, North Carolina for like 6 years before I finally stopped over insurance. For Lord, man, insurance is crazy. But anyway, had to do a lot of work. And by the way, for the ones that don't know, professional wrestling is not nothing to, yeah. And the owners, I guess you already know through Netflix, they're POSs, really. You work for one of the federations, like I work for Barbarian from WCW. I work with him. They're both third federations. The other one, the owner that's being sued over a bunch of stuff, we ain't gonna say his name, but every time you went to get your check, it was like a force, BHG, BHF, any kind of steroid, it was forced on you. You take it. Not me. I work for people that work for him. Once I seen what was going on, they was like, no, you don't want to you don't want to be in the bigs. And then when they're telling you, like, I'll take you, I definitely want you to go, but when you get up there, it ain't the lifestyle you're going to want. So I switched up and went to somebody else. And I worked with that was the last person I worked for was Barbarian. He was half of Powers of Pain. They fought Road Warriors a lot. I'm talking about old school wrestlers, y'all, way back in the day. And Barbarian was always a big warner on it. Just like, no, man, they're going to ask you, but you don't need to go. And then every show we'd have to sit down in the backstage and watch people, all the big people, famous people come in, and he would point and then just don't work with him. He's addicted. Don't work with him because he's a drunk. He'll drop you. Just all kind of stuff, man. It's just, it's not worth getting into. So if you got kids that want to get into it, I got pictures, videos, never junk. Anyway, look how quick we got off topic. But we used to go catch some stuff at Hooters like UFC. Me and Bobby used to love to go watch UFC because I did teach martial art. And I got some people, well, actually 3 of my students went into the dream team and went to Brazil in the Olympics way back in the day. So it was pretty big. We was Randy Couture fans, and we got all the way up to that. And then when they let Brock and they let some of the wrestlers come in, I was like, I gotta go. I can't, you ruin it by letting some of the stuff that I already know from another side come in and ruin a good sport. So I don't really watch it that much either. We don't, but for some reason or another, Bobby wants to watch Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. I think she wants to see the YouTuber find out what old school boxing is about, I guess. But I told her I'd watch it with her, so. And you let me know, Jules, when I get off here, we'll figure it out if you want to watch it. I might use Hemi stuff. Or this one back here, that headboard with that. Marley left it on. It's got glow light. Anyway, the back of it is like a 600 watt surround sound. Just Bluetooth it to the bed because the computer's right here. It's not that big in here. We have like an 80-inch in the living room, but the monitor here is like 40 just by the bed. So Bobby buys all that bougie stuff. If you move those pillows, that bed's got a cup holder. That top part raises up. It's got reading lights on it. But anyway, it's got built-in surround sound. It goes toward the wall. And she watches movies like that in here. Heartland and all that stuff. I just do YouTube stuff in here, and I go in there and watch the big screen, but I figured that's what she was going to do, popcorn and stuff, but no, she's going to watch it on the big screen. I think her dad's going to come in and watch it with us, but I guess she's always used to that because, she was into it before we met, but not as bad until she met me. And we used to go watch all the pay-per-views and stuff. We'd get it at home or go out and eat with my cousin and our family and stuff. We'd go meet somewhere and eat wings and watch it. And it's just a thing we used to do, and she still likes to do it. So, and we all old school, so if we're going to pull for anybody, it would be Mike Tyson. But I honestly was just going to plan on rolling on and having fun on live stream, but she wants to watch it, so I made a promise. That's what we're going to do. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, I will tell you, when you went to pick up your check, they would tell you what your next show was going to be. They would give you a beginning and an end. They would tell you how it was going to start, who was going to win. You always had a good guy, bad cop, but they called them baby face and a heel. I worked both jobs. So that's how it's staged. You can do whatever you want in the middle. Most of the guys that like each other get to work together, and you work out how you're going to do it. I will tell you this, and I will promise you, I don't care what anybody says, the chops, the chairs, when they pull the concrete back or they get the turnbuckles off, none of that's fake. Promise you. You've had stitches from that. It's not a joke. That stuff's not fake. You got to take it. But it is staged. It is. If you get to work with somebody you don't like, they'll let you do that too. If you want to straighten it out, you have to follow the beginning and the end, or you'll get fired. But it's crazy. It's I guess you got to be half athlete, half entertainer, because you have to do what you're told, or you'll be put in a room with 6 other guys bigger than you. Make sure you do stuff the right way. Just a lot of stuff that, once I knew what was going on. I didn't want to get back into it. But you're right, Jules. It is 100% guaranteed. It's fixed. But those chops, those chairs, those turnbuckles, ain't no joke, man. You gotta be somebody to take that stuff. Especially with your shirt off and a grown man with arms the size of your legs, and you with two black belts, and this guy, dude, barbarian, that dude is big. His hand fit over my whole face. And when he chopped you, sometimes he would just split your chest open. You have to go get stitches just with an open hand chop. It's roughage, boys, roughage. Who's leaving? Hey, thank y'all for coming in and hanging out as long as you did. I hope it was fun. I'm going to do it again every Friday. Maybe not the AI stuff, but I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm glad y'all come in and hung out with us. We won't be much longer. I'm going to grab some pizza. They're going to get some food now. I would hang out longer, but I make a promise to my wife. I won't keep it. Don't really care about the fight too much. I do love Mike Tyson, though. Old school. Coming back from, he had a rough life for a while. Retired 20 years. I guess they'll see what happens if it lasts 3 minutes. Well, yeah. I know there's a lot of people over on the other live stream and that likes that stuff. They like for me to talk about it. Pull out the pictures and all. It's all on VHS. It's so old, y'all. I had no hair. I still had long hair, but it was like, if y'all ever seen a movie called Indian in the Cupboard, oh, dude, it was completely bald, but had one patch of hair on top of his head, or maybe a boxer, Tung Po. I had that same hair, dude. Yeah, same thing. Had a washboard. Yeah, I was. That's how I was small. I mean, I'm like 6 foot, but I'm not nothing compared to those guys. But that's how I got in and all was martial arts, because I did have a couple of black belts and I could do the high flying stuff. But man, there are some people in there. Mr. North Carolina, Brad Armstrong. I got to train him for a little while, and he was part of Floki's crew way back in the day. He went in there 6 months. His body was annihilated, man. He should have just stayed modeling in magazines and stuff, but he wanted to be a wrestler. They put him in a push camp with me for like 3 months. And he was really Mr. North Carolina. He won the trophy and everything. But he wanted to be a wrestler, man. I pushed him through, and then they sent him to WCW. And he was with the Raven in the Ravens flock. And they called him Loki, I think. And he had bleed. They made him bleach his hair and stuff. Yeah, they shattered his body, man, tore him up. Broke his leg, all that stuff. Bunch of surgeries. Now he's back home, North Carolina. Ain't no celebrity no more. I feel like I'm 80. I'll tell you what, when he retired and started his own little federation, his cousin was called Ty the Wild Samoan. Best two people. I love those guys to death, but it was really hard to understand him because, I mean, how he talked on WCW on TV is really how he talked. It wasn't no joke. He didn't know a lot of English. And and it's crazy because he owns a big construction company in Georgia. And the last time I wrestled with him was in Galax, Virginia. And they was running this place, and they was running pretty good. But then he had already retired when he was running that federation and still doing construction, concrete construction for new buildings and stuff. Ty was 51 and Barbarian was 57 or whatever. And they was still doing main event, battle royals, everything. If they didn't have a spot for me or something, I was running security. I was at every show, every time. Loved him to death. And I quit the Galax show was the last one I went to, and he still at that age he went like 6 or 7 more years. Him and Ty, and he had already wrestled from the big stuff, you know. He's got he traveled in a big old van. It wasn't a minivan, it was a big old econo van with the teardrops. Honestly, that's one of those, but it was tan, a bunch of different colors, and he had like, man, the Barbarian had like 8 kids rolling out of that van. The oldest one was like, back in the day, he was like 11, and they all had wrestling figures and stuff. So I guess they was getting into it, and he started that small federation for them. But He said it would be Nick time, which means he would never let him go celebrity or big time because of the junk that you run into. But hey, Rick, good to see you, man. I'm glad I stopped yapping enough to look back at chat. It's good to see you, man. Like it when your favorites and your fram come in. Glenn and April, I hope y'all doing good. I ain't got to see y'all in a long time either. And we don't live but like 10 minutes away. Shame on me. Shame on y'all. We should get together more. All right, y'all. I made it longer than 45 minutes. And I don't even know how many come in. I ain't been on YouTube. I don't care. Whoever has come in, thank y'all very much for having fun with me. It's just something I got to get back to doing is these live streams. We're going to try to keep it at Friday so I don't step on a bunch of my friends' toes. But I won't be doing no 9 o'clock. I'll be trying to keep it early. Next time we go, we'll play words on stream or something. We'll have more fun, and I'll try to stay longer. But, as much as we stay apart and working apart from each other, we barely can see each other anyway. So I am out of here. Love y'all guys. Whoever come in late, it don't matter. I'm just glad you showed up. And again, y'all keep on keeping on. I'll do my best to see you again on Friday. Y'all look for those members packs. Don't forget to go visit yougrowfood.com. All kind of stuff going on. And that big fermenting kettle is getting ready to be given away. And you ain't going to be able to sign up for it or even comment on the video unless you go over to the website and check it out and sign up for it there. And then we're going to give it away back on YouTube. Anyway, that crock will be coming later on, guys. Again, one more time, thank y'all for showing up and hanging out with me. We'll see you again on the next one.